Hey everybody, this is Rydo. We are back with another live stream of Hearthstone. You may have heard me if you got on early typing around. Something funky is going on with the chat. And apparently somebody gave me a couple packs of Kobolds and Catacombs cards. Which, thank you whoever you are. Maybe you'll hop in the chat and let me know. So, as far as the way the chat is going, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to read it today. Or easily read it. So, I'll try and keep an eye out for things, and then I'll tab into a window on my PC instead of reading it off my phone, which is normally how I do it. But I might respond a little bit slower. I don't know why YouTube would mess that up, but, you know, questioning why YouTube would mess anything up is kind of ridiculous at this point. YouTube seems to just love to mess everything up. And Hearthstone deck tracker just immediately crashed. Should I even bother to try to relaunch it? We'll try, but if it crashes again, that'll be the end of it for today. Speaking of for today, there is a issue. I need to only play 2 of these, but also I need to get up in ranked. Also, apparently I need to challenge a friend. So I'm on my America's account, and right now nobody is online actually playing Hearthstone. I wish there was a way to filter this out. I shouldn't be seeing a 4 here if half the people are playing a different game. And that really comes down to, I think, what Activision Blizzard's goal here is they want to bring all of the people that are playing Hearthstone over to playing Overwatch, and then all the people over to Overwatch to play Warcraft, and they want to bring all the people playing Warcraft over to playing Destiny. They want to just drag the community and fans of one game that is incredibly different over playing someone else. So we need to play ranked, so let's try and get 3 Druid wins. Druid Helper deck at this, or Pirate Druid deck at this. Well, we're at rank 22. We're approaching the midpoint of January. I need to get to rank 20 before anything else happens. And I guess as this is loading, maybe I can see if I can do something else. Click advanced settings, maybe. Combo cards are not something that the Druid really has, so I'll need to keep that in mind. I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually use the live control room on YouTube, come to think of it, because there's like broadcast alerts that you can insert that I've never seen anybody use. There's the broadcast alerts are things like the broadcaster has canceled this event, the broadcaster has delayed the start of the event, the broadcaster has ended the event early, broadcaster has rescheduled the event, we're experiencing technical difficulties, we'll be right back, please stand by. There's slate in and slate out insertions that I've never seen anybody use. Ads insertions, I suppose people could use that and be kind of hard to tell. And then create highlight, but like none of that stuff whatsoever is used in most of the, like, most of the setups. Alright. Let's get our Flappy Bird out there. I guess I could view it on the watch page and watch the chat that way, couldn't I? Yeah, I guess that works, sort of. Alright, at least I've solved that problem. And he killed my Flappy Bird. Darn it. Well, I'm a little too quiet for right now. Now that we've set this up, there's a ton of news also happening. Let's see. I'm just looking at Twitter right now and seeing even more news coming out. I don't know what all of a sudden caused them to decide to give to start publishing news articles and people to start putting out news. I don't know, maybe everybody's just back for their first week after the break. That doesn't fully make sense, but whatever. 1/5 with taunt. Draw a card. And then gain a mana crystal. And then draw a card. And then end the turn. If I played this next turn and this next turn, then that might work. Yeah, I don't know. There is a power outage apparently at CES. Maybe it's been fixed by now, maybe it hasn't, but I don't also understand why that would change anything. So, moving on with news, like, today's a weird day, I guess. I know I'm not going very fast here. Like, I would prefer this to be a short stream like the last one, but there's so much news it's not going to be. And we need to play ranked play on top of doing other things. So, like, that's going to be an issue too. Alright. I guess the only thing you can do is this. And this. And I suppose it's better to kill this guy than do anything else. There's a game called Rabby Ribby that's coming to the Switch. What kind of game is it? It's a 2D side-scrolling exploration platformer. I think we've talked about this game. Seems like you're playing a rabbit girl running around smashing things with what they call a baka hammer in Japan. From the screenshot I saw, which baka means idiot in Japanese. Okay, here's the weird thing about this as I'm watching the trailer. It also has a fairy girls in it too. That's not particularly the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing here is that looking at the main game, they are little 8-bit rabbit girls that have a very chibi, which means small, animation style. But then when they come to the conversation, they're actually quite tall, slender, regular sized anime girls. So you've got a mixture of two different art styles that I don't know how well that flies in the mind of Japanese people, because I don't think they enjoy shifting art styles. Death Rattle, gain an empty mana crystal. Let's just do this. So, yeah. It looks like it might have been a fun game, but looking at it with the way it looks kind of visual novelty too, and having fairy girls and bunny girls is really playing towards a fan service fetish type thing. Let's see if there's any it's not really visual novel, it just kind of has that feeling, which we've seen that in other RPGs too, where you play as one small character, but then you come to close up and talk to characters and look differently. The difference here is that when you come up close and see them as their normal depiction, in previous games I haven't seen it done with bunny girls in swimsuits and fairies and basically bikinis. This game came out in January 2016 on Steam, so I guess I could cover it, and the timing would be right. So sadly, that's a solid lead. Alright, this is not too bad. If I can just get 2 more victories, we'll be good. There was a player that soloed a boss in World of Warcraft's Legion's last raid, and it took him 8 hours straight. First of all, don't play that long, and second of all, don't try to solo raid bosses. That's crazy. In all honesty, this person probably needs help in a few different ways, not to be written about and idolized. Like, that sounds like, you know, a little bit of the Asperger's, a little too determined. I'll always remember playing, I believe it was Final Fantasy 3, but it's hard to tell because of the way the Final Fantasies were misnumbered when they came over to the West. So I was either playing like Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy 3. And there's this dragon at the beginning, and you're supposed to defeat the dragon, but they really didn't give you any indication that you were supposed to defeat the dragon. I mean, be defeated by the dragon. And so I spent probably an hour just beating on this dragon, hitting him, then healing, hitting him, then healing, and not getting anywhere with it. And finally, at the end of the hour or so, I just gave up and let him defeat me, and then the story moved on. And at that point, I pretty much had run out of time and rage quit the game. It would have been nice if at my young age at that point I had learned the value of giving up and not wasting your time, because your time is valuable. When you're incredibly young, your time really isn't valuable, nor is it really under your control very often. So it's easy to to waste a lot of time. I'm very easily could argue that all of youth is about learning through wasting time. But when you get older, when you start down the path of being responsible for yourself, you start to realize certain things are just not worth it. And inherently, I think that's kind of my feelings of all of World of Warcraft. Even if there was a way to stream it and get coverage for streaming it, which I've never seen anybody on YouTube stream World of Warcraft and actually be popular. Like, how do I want to do this? I could give this guy +2 and waste this, which I don't think is the right move. I could do this and waste this. Or I can we just need to kill this guy. So we'll waste one of these to kill him. Which puts me in a good setup to win if I could play, say, another one of the mana crystals thing. But we don't have that. Assassin's Creed Origins will get a free update along its first expansion this month. This was printed out 2 days ago on PC Gamer. Let's see, the first DLC for Assassin's Creed Origin is due out this month, called The Hidden Ones. The expansion will add a new region to the already massive Egyptian map today, and Ubisoft announced a few extras that will go alongside it. A new quest to celebrate the arrival of the first expansion, The Hidden Ones. Alright, that's a little unsurprising. Update to the Hika chest item pool, which adds items from the Nightmare and First Civilization packs, as well as Gladiator and Wacky packs to the pool. Is the Hika chest item pool kind of microtransaction stuff? I don't know. A new option to sell outfits at Weaver shops. That's the free stuff, according to this article. I haven't heard anyone say anything good nor bad about the size of Egypt in Assassin's Creed Origins. I imagine what you will find is that there's a lot of empty space, as there probably was in Egypt. If it was to be historically accurate, I'd assume that a lot of people live relatively close to the Nile River, and as you get further along the edges, you're just gonna have dust happen. Let's see. Oh, seriously? This sucks. I didn't realize that I wasn't gonna get the thing back. So I need 6. This would make this 6 and 6, which would do 12 damage, which still wouldn't work enough to help me. I'm gonna lose. Yeah. Assassin's Creed Origins in particular is this weird scenario where I'm happy kind of for the new people that are into it, but I'm also kind of not interested in it as a sort of fan of the old series of Assassin's Creed games. It's kind of like a new reboot using the same name but doing things so differently that it, it doesn't make sense. Well, as it stands right now, since I'm just trying to get victories, because you're not going to play any combo cards on this, that was a wasted gameplay. Moving on, PC Gamer says The Witcher 3 out grossed some of 2017's biggest games because it was just that good. And they make a rather interesting argument here that I think is valid. Like, Witcher 3 outgrossed most of those games, and it didn't have any games of service things in it. There were no loot boxes. There was no nothing like that. Well, I guess loot boxes are kind of no microtransactions. There was DLC that was large, impressive from all I've hear. Very good single player RPG DLC. Which it gets down to a larger thing where a lot of companies, not just in video games, but you can certainly see it in video games pretty well, say the market will decide what should happen. If people buy things and they like things, that will force the rest of the competition to do the same things. And that's not really true. Because there's always a CEO in Ubisoft or EA or somewhere else that just kind of does whatever they want. And it's the greed of that CEO that decides the direction games take. The market never decided that they wanted loot boxes. The market never decided that they wanted Battlefront 2. That is blatantly untrue. And that's certainly also the case in a lot of other things. Like, the market didn't decide that they wanted New Coke, and yet New Coke happened. Let's see. Adjacent. And taunt. And that's, I guess, all I can do, which is fun. Just kill one of these guys. Let's see. Pirate Sim Sea of Thieves gets a closed beta later this month for PC Gamer. That's just an advertisement thing. Let's watch the trailer of Sea of Thieves, though, because there's so many pirate games that were scheduled to come out this year, and most of them have gone pretty quiet since then. It's almost as if at E3 they all saw that, oh no, we've got too much competition. Let's see if we could go quiet and see if half of these don't come out. Like, to be fair, Sea of Thieves looks like it might be a decent pirate game. Depending on whether or not you can play solo, which most of them, I'm not sure if any of them actually allowed you to play solo. A lot of them seem to be heavily designed around the idea of multiplayer. Like, you can get in cannons and be shot onto other ships. You can deal with chickens. Like, if there's a if there is a single player experience with story, some of that would work and make sense. Let's see, what do I want to do? Oh, I should next turn use this, this, and this and play that. That would be amazing, because each one of these only give me a mana crystal per that turn, and transforming so let's see how this works. 1 extra, 2 extra, 3 extra. This should give me 5 characters, right? No, it only gave me 2 characters. That sucks. That sucks, right? Real bad. Thought I had a strategy there. Thought I had a trick. And it really stinks when the rules decide to play that way. I would almost argue that that's a bug. Wouldn't it be a lot cooler to have 5 of these guys ready to go? Let's see, I can only play 1 of these, so might as well play just this. Let's see. GeForce Now is NVIDIA's cloud gaming service that begins beta testing on the PC. I don't really see why NVIDIA's cloud gaming service would be any more successful than OnLive or Gaikai, which is one I haven't even heard of, but it's being mentioned in this article. It gets into a weird question at just the front end of it, like why would NVIDIA want you to stream when NVIDIA makes money selling video cards? Unless you're going to make the argument NVIDIA can't sell video cards now because all the cryptocurrency miners are buying them all, or they're just making all the money in the world. I suppose it may just be an inevitable future. It may just get down to the point where particularly old games just run better on a highly optimized virtual machine in the cloud than they will usually run on somebody's even high-end PC. Particularly when you start to think of maybe there's some the games out there that just don't run on Windows 10 at all. But then the selection can't be everything. Let's see. The hardware requirements to play GeForce Now is an Intel Core i3 CPU at 3.1 GHz, 4 GB of RAM, and a DX9 GPU. On the other end, if you're just playing on a laptop and your laptop wasn't designed to be a gaming laptop, and let's face it, even if you do have a gaming laptop, it's not going to be that great. I could see going through that service. But there will probably be a point in your life as a PC gamer, if you go through something like GeForce Now, where you end up paying several months to stream several games and then also having to buy those same games later on something like Steam. There's another victory. Your Gamer has a article called Star Citizen. I am disappointed. Let's see. And I would generally, as somebody who hasn't played Star Citizen, I'd agree with that sentiment. Like, it makes all the sense in the world. Somebody online? Darn it. Alright, well, I guess since we're here, anyways, we might as well cheat this and just get both of these done. So, we'll just do an interesting... This is what I do usually in the post-game show. It's been my new habit of just cheating completely, bringing up my cell phone secondary account and just playing it. Playing myself. I will play them with a combo deck and try to play the 10 combo cards. If I don't actually get them all done, I guess there's no reason to actually finish that quest. It's a 50 gold quest, so trading it out for Friday is not a terrible idea. On the other hand, I have been trying to do more on Wednesday, where there's a higher likelihood of people watching, than on Friday, where Fridays is just like the worst day to stream. I know it is, but so I need to play Druid class cards. Alright, come over here, challenge myself to a wild thing, wait for it. It's amazing how slow the connection is when we're right on the same network. I think. Yep, this challenge a friend could have been done with a friend, but nope, nobody's online. Where are the combo cards? Here we go. Combo 3 attack. Choose that. And then Druid, choose that. And we will just play ourselves. This article says Star Citizen remains a tantalizing prospect and a controversial one. Perhaps the solutions I am after are right around the corner, mere months away. Perhaps the core is inches from being from completion, and content will soon be piped in willy-nilly and joyous abandon. The dream realized, or perhaps we will be here a year from now, still stewing over the same issues. Like many games, I was led to believe Alpha 3.0 would be the turning point, but what I see is an ever-growing mountain to climb and hopes waning. Well, that's a lot of combo cards. So, like, without going further in this article, there's a general feeling I'm getting that there's a lack of content in Star Citizen, and it's not getting added very fast compared to how much is getting paid to the people. Alright. We play this and this, I suppose, for our first combo card. I'm not sure if I actually have to trigger the combo ability. Play this, and then end the turn. It's rather hard to do 4 different things at the same time. Play this, and give him poisonous. End the turn. Suppose there's really no reason for me to not just stretch this game out and let my other account win. Yeah. So I'm gonna get this guy down to 1 and then stop attacking him, and then I'm gonna let my other account win so that it can get up to rank 20, so it could start doing tavern brawls, because it hasn't done tavern brawls in ever, obviously. And my other account needs to play things. Throw this. There you go. Throw that there. And play that. I'm gonna hold this. I'm just gonna end my turn here because I don't want to kill this guy. Blizzard's been broed, hints at the next rebalance of Hearthstone. So it seems very much to me that they're going to try to rebalance some things, and frankly, I think that is exactly the right move to go with. There have been some cards that need some change. The top one I would say is the legendary card that gives you a fire blast spell every time you cast a spell, because I have been completely driven crazy. Like, no longer am I really suffering with the Jade Druid. Like, you see some Jade Druid players, but they changed something in that Jade Druid to kind of make it not as played. Now everybody's playing this mage deck where they just figure out a way to get the Sorcerer's Apprentice, I believe, card multiple times on the field, so you have like 4 or 5 of them. That makes Fire Blast a 0 mana spell, and then they play their legendary character that gives them a Fire Blast, and then they can do the setup around turn 6 or 7, and you go from you're about to win and you have 30 health, and you may even have, like, you could have 100 armor even, and it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter what you do when they get that setup. If you let them get that setup, they will win in 1 turn. And the easiest nerf I can think is make that legendary guy give you only one card. Like, only 1 Fire Blast per turn. And give a Fire Blast at the end of the turn, maybe. That way, it's even more difficult. Well, we're trying to play these in such a way to make sure we're activating the combo functions. I forgot to play this time. There we go. So let's see what they're talking about. His quote was, "Been reading discussions about balance. We have an update coming next month, which includes some cool events, and that's when any balances changes would happen. We'll be sure to announce any changes as the patch gets closer. See you at the HCT World Championships next week." So, in a lot of ways, this is almost just a dodge of a statement. I'm just gonna play this. This and this and that, and that's as far as I want to go on this account. So yeah, he's kind of kicking the football down. Let's see. The most obvious card, according to PC Gamer, is Corridor Creeper. Cost 1 less whenever a minion dies while this is in your hand. I haven't seen a lot of people playing Corridor Creeper, honestly. So, I don't know if I fully agree with that. But a lot of people feels like they just, what's the word? They're playing at such a different level of Hearthstone than what I play, that I do often see instances where they're talking about cards that you don't even see. This is a combo card, but I can't play it. Have I played? So this would do 2 damage, so I need him to get more armor. Let's see, we can play this, and then we can do this. Then we can end the turn. Let's see. Apparently something with Patches the Pirate makes Corridor Creeper free? And Corridor Creeper is brand new and it won't be rotated out for almost 2 years. Let's see. And see, that seems like the only one they really are even talking about. So this article is just talking about Corridor Creeper, and I haven't even seen Corridor Creeper been played. But I haven't been watching other people play Hearthstone much, honestly, so no huge surprise there. Does this have a release date yet? No. We already talked about this game. So, Boyfriend Dungeon, a game that is, I suppose, turnabout is fair play in cases like this where there's so many Japanese games that are dungeon crawlers that have anime girls in it. Boyfriend Dungeon does the opposite, where you're playing as a girl and your weapons are personified in the conversations. It doesn't seem like it's actually done well as a concept. Like, it seems like it's kind of a ridiculous concept in the first place, but it's supposed to come out in 2019, and it probably won't be that good. But Digital Devolver retweeted them, and that's caused me to, once again, open up a tab and try and pay attention to that. Let's see, can we do this? Not yet, because if I did 2 damage, it would kill my guy. This is generally why I only play well, it's generally why I only play this off screen, is because it takes too much effort to keep focus and do everything. I'm gonna skip this article because that's kind of a timeless thing. There's a game called The Raven Remastered that has a release date set for March. Let's see. The Raven Legacy of the Master Thief is an episodic point-and-click adventure game that came out in 2013. So, wow, it's being remastered. From 2013 games. So, THQ Nordic. Oh yeah, this isn't our THQ Nordic thing. They're just gonna flood the market. It's due out March 13th, 2018. Is it coming to PC? Almost certainly. Yeah, and I just don't know about that. Like, I don't know about the idea of them just returning and re-releasing old point-and-click adventure games, particularly ones that like I've never seen and never heard of. I'm looking at the trailer. It's got kind of that simplistic 3D animation. It looks good, but it is kind of more of a cell painted feeling than a realistic 3D painting, if that makes any sense. There you go. I'll let my character do some more damage to the enemy. Death things trigger twice. Yeah, I guess I don't want to take out any more damage with anything besides the combo card. This is a pretty dull looking trailer. It seems like just it's an intro video of the game, not really a trailer. But on the other hand, having a remastered game of a game that people hadn't played before introduces something new to the idea. Like, if that makes any sense, like, I would love to have more good games, and if there are good games out there that have been already tested, even if they're only kind of mediocrely good, they're not the most remembered best games of previous generations, that would be good. It's better than just having Steam flooded with fake games and garbage games. I'd much prefer to play something like that. Something that's... Alright, deal 2 damage. And then play this again. I probably have already played 10 combo cards, by the way. And I don't even know how many druid cards I needed to play. But we'll just... Can't play this, can play that. I'm just gonna play until I run out of cards. Let's see, 8 cards, 8 more turns. Lenovo has this new device called the Mirage Solo, which is a Daydream VR headset. I believe Daydream is the cell phone VR headset, so there was that one that was working on the Samsung Galaxy things and had, I think, the wrong connector until they came out with a new version. Maybe they never did come out with a new version that had USB-C as the connector. Come to think of it. And basically it's just the Oculus Rift lenses with nothing else in it, and then the cell phone itself adds a screen. If VR is to succeed in any way, the using cell phones is probably the way it is gonna work. Let's see, according to this, unlike the Daydream View, which was a previous thing they were selling, this Mirage Solo will be able to track movement without the use of external sensors. Alright. With this, Lenovo joins Oculus in the race to disconnect VR from PCs. Need to kill something here. So we play this. this. And then I need to kill something else, so we'll just give it to that guy. I've got too many characters on the field. Like right now I'm not looking at the chat, so if anybody's saying anything on the chat, I'll get to it eventually, but it's worth mentioning that, I suppose. And I'm assuming every time I do head crack and play it, I'm playing another combo card. It's very possible that's not the case. I'll need another guy to kill. So I'll kill this guy. And then in the turn. The frontman for the band Police, or who used to be the frontman for the band Police, Sting, will star in the game Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. This is a very weird looking game. Very, very weird looking game. I'm not sure how any of that is gonna work. I need to play a couple of these characters to get them out of my hand. Where the Water Tastes Like Wine is kind of like this weird old world. Like how do you explain this? It's like a hobo train simulator during the Depression, with a very, very unique art style. And if I was to guess, it's gonna be very light point and click adventure, something closer to a Telltale game where you just do a lot of conversation. And then the main character is the wolf, and the wolf it's like a human with a wolf head that's playing like a tarot card deck, and that was the big reveal in it. It says the game is inspired by narrative-focused adventures such as Kentucky Route Zero and Sunless Sea, both of which paid for advertisement, in my opinion, on PC Gamer, because they got way too much coverage. Which, you know, I could be throwing out false accusations there. It could be that the people that work at PC Gamer are just obsessive, and because of that, they post article after article after article. That would just be a really crazy way to run your business, I suppose, to allow somebody to post articles on whatever they want. Another combo card, another one of these in the turn. Pokemon Go is going to drop support for older iPhones and iPads. That's kind of the worst of the games to drop support, but iPhone 5 and 5C will be dropped on the 28th of February, according to Niantic. I think a lot of that probably has to do with them like dropping support in general for all apps on that are older, because there's like that 30-bit, 32-bit to 64-bit thing that's going on. Transition. According to this, the older devices will be dropped to accommodate improvements to Pokemon Go that push the application beyond the capabilities of the operating system on such devices. What that really means, I have no idea. Like, what in the world would you have to add to Pokemon Go that would make it incompatible with iPhone 5 and 5C? Just space? RAM? Like, what's the thing that needs to be there that isn't there? Processor power? This is really far, really far from the actually playing Hearthstone though. And see, this is the joke. This is the ridiculousness. It's like the only way to succeed at Hearthstone is to cheat and not actually play Hearthstone. And that's just stupid and frustrating. Let's... And I want to play this carefully so my other side wins. He's going to draw 1 fatigue for this. And we'll go ahead and banana up these guys. And then end the turn. And see, I have 4 cards. How do I have 4 cards still? He's going to take 2 fatigue in this next turn. And I can't play head crack. Even if I wanted to. So I have to win this turn. Alright, so... win. So I'm defeated. That helps push me up to rank 11. Challenger friend is done. And I played a bunch of druid cards. And I played all the combo cards. Yep. So I still need to play like 23 druid cards on my other account, but that doesn't matter for the case here. Now I can switch back to YouTube and look at the live chat and hope that nobody said anything, and it looks like nobody has. So good there. So yeah, that's not too bad. And now I'm back to regular play. We've gotten all the quests on the American account. We're at 2,000 gold. Did we disenchant any of the extra cards from those 2 card packs? Like, nice. And then we can look at new cards. We got a new common card there, a new rare card here, a new common card here, and a new common card there. We've got a new common card there, new common card there. So you can see in Kobolds and Catacombs, these are all common except for this one, that there was a decent collection of the new cards I didn't have, and somehow I got a new common card, Kobolds and Catacombs. Why is Cheat Death hidden under Wild? What is going on, glitchy game? So maybe they're gonna nerf this already, because look at that. We have a Kobolds and Catacombs common card coming up under Wild play, not appearing under Standard play. Well, neither of them is now. That is an interesting twist. I have 275, and we are kind of saving up for 400s to get the basic stuff. I guess once I have all of the basic sets, if we get that done before Kobolds and Catacombs comes out, there is a question then. I imagine I would just want to save up my gold and my dust for the next expansion. And then on that next expansion, hopefully, if the cards are good, get that. There's clearly a decent amount of things that could be made. I could make a couple right now with 100 dusts. But I'm not ready to do that. Like, now is definitely not the time to craft things. I guess now is also not the time to dust things, because if they're going to make changes next month, that's going to be an issue too. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to the European account now, but let's go ahead and break this up since we've been going for about an hour. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.